coming to you today from a forest on the outskirts of Fort William. I am photographing the Bealach Gin today. The Bealach Gin comes from a place called Letter Finlay, which sits right on the banks of Loch Lochy on the outskirts of Fort William. It was started by two women. They named it Bealach after the mountain pass that they face from their homes. The gin itself is inspired by the rugged landscape that surrounds them. The plan is today was to shoot in 3 different locations. The first location is a waterfall that is not too far away from where the gin is made. The second is going to be a more lifestyle feel. So we've got like a basket, we're going to do some foraging, and then we're going to finish off in the forest with like a blanket set up, fruit being cut, the pouring, and someone just enjoying the gin outdoors, which I know is illegal in Scotland, but okay. And the third place is we're going to go down onto the banks of Loch Lochy itself, and we're going to photograph the bottle sitting on the loch side. When I'm photographing a gin, what I'm trying to convey is not only the flavour profile, but also that fresh taste. So I'm going to have to adapt what it is that I normally do, because when anything you've seen on social media or on my channel before, it's photographing whiskey or beer. Gin is a different thing. It's a lot softer. And that's why we're introducing this kind of woodland element, something that is a bit softer, but still cut with shots of like the waterfall, just to reinforce the freshness of the gin. These 3 locations will all work well together because it speaks to every single aspect of the brand. And when you see the bottle, as you will in a few seconds, it is a very icy blue colour. It's fresh, it's flavoursome, and it is undeniably Scottish. At this point, I completely gave up trying to record any audio as the noise from the water rushing down the waterfall drowned me out completely. What I'm doing at the moment is utilising the rushing water to frame the bottle. This just adds an element of movement to the shot. I'm going to be shooting you from the shoulders down. Yeah. Okay? I want you to come up through the middle of the trees there and take a very slight pause when you get to that space. Yep. On you come. Right, so what I think we should do is we'll set up a wee test arrangement before we get into actually pouring anything or cutting any of the fruit, because we want to do all those nice detailed shots for the video, just to kind of set the scene, give the whole thing a bit of texture. So I think the best thing to do is, like I said, we'll put the gin like on the chopping board, and what we'll do is we'll use this tree line and we'll sit it just inside the shadow so that we don't get any kind of irregular light on the bottle, because that sun's coming in and out it's coming in and out the clouds. See how that's changing? So what's happening here is that line is not, the tree's casting enough of a shadow so that we're not getting any weird stuff, like weird light anomalies on the bottle. So what we've got just now is, like I said, that tree shadow is just cutting across the rug. But what that's doing is it's shielding the bottle from that unbalanced light. So the rounded shape of the bottle is, what that does is when the light hits it, the light focuses in on one point, and that's why when you see photographs where there is the light's behind a glass bottle, it has this line down the label. So the first shot I was doing there was sort of shooting down. You're getting a nice leading line coming in from the chopping board. But I actually think that shooting down at eye level makes the whole thing look a bit more intimate. Plus, if you get down low, not only are you creating depth in the image, but in this instance, like I keep talking about this tree, but the back end of the tree is rim lit with the light. So if you're able to get down and shoot through, you get this, almost this halo that's round the tree in the background. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut nice segments of lime off and do it relatively slowly. Okay, so that we get the lime falling. With beautiful light coming through the clouds, right? Dappled light on the water. We're just trying to harness some of that, push it back into the bottle. So what I'm waiting for just now is just that, for the waves to crash on that rock and basically just kind of mould round the shape of the bottle. After a long day's shooting on Loch Lochy and the surrounding areas, we headed home. Now the task was to collate and edit all the content that was captured. Here is the short film for Bealach Gin.